I am not saying that I want to die, but if I don't wake up tomorrow, I feel that whatever's on the other side has to be better than this. That's what he said. It was 3 a.m., eyes wide open, chest tight. Another morning where the weight of his world wouldn't lift, and the silence was deafening. He tried everything: meditation, motivation, distraction. In desperation, he even returned to prayer, pleading and begging. But the ache had become his only constant. It didn't come from one thing, not just the breakup, not just the soul-sucking job, not just the finances and obligations, not just the loneliness even when others were around, not just the health scare or the lingering symptoms from 2020. It was all of it, subtly and slowly, making time itself feel like a chore. It was life that seemed to only serve up lemons, and somewhere along the way it stopped making lemonade. What you are about to hear isn't advice. It's not a strategy. It's not a formula to fix your life. It's a remembering, a path back to something your soul already knows, but the world made you forget. By the end of this video, you may not have every answer, but you'll never see your pain the same way again. And once you see what's really happening, you can't unsee it. This isn't about healing, just to go back to a life that broke you. It's about stepping into the life you were always meant to live. And to get there, we walk through the unraveling, through the illusions, until what's left is what's real. Hi, my name is Zara, and the opening story, it may or may not be about me. Have you ever felt like that? Or know someone who has? Like maybe you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, and it's still not enough. Doing everything right, all the things you were instructed to do, but life still won't give. Like you've become the embodiment of life just be lifing, and you're spinning your soul on a hamster wheel of trying, until you reach the kind of tired that sleep can't even find rest in. There's a cost to staying in that space. I know, and I've paid it. It's not just exhaustion. It's not just anxiety. Not even the sadness that trails behind it. Eventually, it leads to numbness. And numbness is fertile ground for not caring if you wake up tomorrow, because you've had too many days of looking in the mirror and not recognizing who's looking back. It's the soft fading of joy, the quiet retreat of dreams. And when even your dreams have come true, but the numbness remains, that is when hope stops showing up. And the worst part is how normal it starts to feel. Until one day something shifts. And that shift often looks like the end, like you're trapped, like there's no way out. But here's what I've learned. It's not the end at all. What if your soul is simply refusing to live one more day out of alignment with what you came here to remember? What if what hurts right now isn't a breakdown, but a doorway? What if you've been standing at the threshold longer than you realized? What if that ache is your built-in GPS finally waking up? I want you to sit with that for a moment. The ache is an indicator, and your built-in GPS is waking up. That kind of shift you need to make room for. That kind of shift requires stillness and a change of perspective, a reframing. Your pain really is your power when you know how to use it. Okay, let's come back to Earth for a moment, because no matter where we began, we all got handed a script. And that script sounds a little something like this. Be strong. Don't need too much. Achieve more. Hide your weird. Smile while bleeding. Keep going even if it's going to kill you. And from that, by default, we build what I call the three hindering eyes. insecurity, inadequacy, and inferiority. We internalize them, we rehearse them, and eventually we call it normal. But it's not normal to abandon yourself for acceptance, to feel ashamed for not being okay, to need rest and to be told it makes you weak, because none of this is your flaw. This is the programming unraveling. This is a good time to take a deep breath. Now, let me offer something that may sound radical, but it's far from untrue. What if what we call mental illness is actually a natural response to an unnatural world? What if anxiety, depression, ADD, addictions, and all of those things that become coping mechanisms aren't signs that you're broken, but signals that your soul never agreed to the life you were forced to live? I know, you've been told you've got choice, but the choices you make are limited to the options you believe you have. And that's where the programming came in. Now I've got to pose a few other questions. What if your pain actually makes sense? What if your nervous system refused to normalize dysfunction? What if your illness was simply resistance to suppression, and the world labeled that resistance as a diagnosis? Because here's the quiet truth. We live inside systems that teach you to doubt yourself and then profit from your confusion. Systems that make it easier to medicate your knowing than to listen to it. And I don't just mean one system, I mean all of them. We live inside machines that call your soul's rebellion a disorder, then sell you the cure. But what if nothing is wrong with you, and everything is wrong with the system you had to contort yourself to survive in? Most people keep contorting until the day they die. But some, like you, hit the threshold. Some call it an awakening. I call it remembering. And when you dare to trust that, you begin returning to what's always been true. You are sovereign. You are divine. And none of these systems were ever meant to hold power over you. This is where divine consciousness begins. It's not a religion, not a belief system. It's your original knowing. Some people arrive here through heartbreak, some through burnout, some because success still left them empty, some because silence became unbearable, some because the mask got too heavy to wear. But no matter how you arrive, the truth remains. This is not the end. This is the beginning. The unraveling isn't your undoing, it's your becoming. Because in divine calibration, you don't hustle for peace. You don't earn worth. You don't negotiate joy. You remember. You were born whole. Your divinity never left you. It is you. You are it. This isn't about going back. It's about going home. Let me leave you with this. You're not failing. You're shedding. And the reason you can't go back is because you're not meant to. The pain isn't punishment. It's proof your soul is still alive. You're not crazy. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You're just in between the old story and the real one. And that is sacred ground. So if something has shifted in you, or you're simply tired of pretending, know this, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are right on time for the life that's trying to find you. No, it might not look or taste like lemonade right now. Maybe the point isn't about the lemons nor the lemonade. Maybe the point is that you're still here, still open, still searching. And that is the miracle. If any of this touched you today, there's nothing you need to fix right now. You don't need a 10-step plan. You just need to stay open. At this moment, I hope you're feeling that you're at a threshold, not a wall. It's okay to stop asking for lemonade. Your inner GPS never stopped knowing the way. That crack you feel inside? Oh, it's enough. As the layers of programming fall away, you return home to the only thing that ever truly mattered, your divine self. This is only the first installment of this new channel, a sacred space for those returning home. This is Remembering with Zara.